I'm here with Zoli, the owner of the Holistic Bio Spa. Zoli, can you please tell me a little bit about your business?
Okay, well, thank you for coming by here, Carly. I would say that, well, we've been here in Puerto Vallarta for 18 years, and we are in this beautiful part of the city right next to the airport, and we are in business to help educate people, to bring them information with which they can make the changes that we believe has to do with prevention. As they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, and what do we want? We focus on detoxing. Detoxing is, in many which way, is our main focus, but we are now focusing alternative cancer treatments from Lyme disease, degenerative diseases. We do stem cells, but we do, and we have been doing for many, many years, colon hydrotherapy. We have professional massage therapists, for example, lymph drainage. We have various IVs, intravenous nutritional cocktails, or for removing heavy metals, we use EDTA. Or we also do phosphatidylcholine IVs, which is very, very good to regenerate new brain cells, new liver cells, and for soft plaques. But we also have, we do DMPS shots, IMs they're very specific for mercury, removing mercury. And we have a full line of high quality, whole food based nutritional supplements, as well as right here, we have this organic Orgasmic juice bar where we have cold press juices and smoothies, as well as free range smart eggs, holistic or free ranged eggs. We make our own kefir, we make our own bone broth, we germinate our own beans or lentils, sauerkraut, and the list goes on. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
That's amazing, Zoli. I really like that. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Thank you so much for this amazing business. I personally know that every time I come and leave here, I feel like $1,000,000. So I wanted to take the time personally to thank you on behalf of all of the clients, because you really do change lives from the inside out.
Well, thank you so much for those wonderful words. That is why we are doing this. And indeed, it is a very special feeling when people go away that they have received something from us. I also would like to point at the same time that obviously we are not God, and we cannot cure even a paper cut. But we believe each and every one of us has that power within us, with proper information, that we can, each of us can heal ourselves. And that's what we try to instill in people, that they have that power, and then give them the proper information so they can undertake that healing process.
We all have the power to heal our own selves when given the right circumstances, and a lot of the time we harbor a lot of toxins in our body, so detox is really important. And one thing that I really enjoyed here is coming and touring this facility. You have a beautiful sauna upstairs, complete with rebounder and the EWAP machine, which is a lot of fun. Do you have package deals? If someone were to come here, would you be able to customize a package for a particular person?
Well, in fact, it's a very good question, Carly. We must customize. We're not all the same, and even ourselves are not the same. When we are 18 and we are 80, while the same person has different nutritional needs. So yes, we do customize especially for people that are coming here for seeking help on how they can cure themselves from cancer or from Lyme or any of the degenerative diseases. And we have some successful stories on Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia. So we've been doing some very special protocols for them. We do a lot of blood work though. They need a history, a good intake, but we do. We go to the best lab in town and we send for a lot of blood work to take guess out of it. And of course, if you have any previous blood results, then cuts down on the cost, so we don't need to duplicate that. And with that, we're able to draw up a plan how that would work best for that patient. Oftentimes, when they contact us from abroad, we even ask to send us their lab results, and then we can already customize a plan, but tell them how much would it cost, how long they would have to stay here. But in case they find us once they are here, we can do the same thing.
Thank you so much, Zoli. If you were to leave us with one piece of advice for overall health matters, what would that be?
Well, one piece of advice, I would say, well, especially in the heat, well, hard to say, put it down for one, but it's very simple. There's nothing complicated about it. In my theory, that you need to be hydrated. You need to be our second brain, our gut. It works for so many, as you know, they say it in English, you have this gut feeling. So it truly is our second brain. So when your gut biome is not in order for whatever reason, so we need to get that back to where it should be working with, from making sure that there are not very serious concerns, but even in the case of parasites or viruses, bacteria, then so I would say detoxing, but being you need to be hydrated, you need to sleep. Sleep is a huge subject, so you could do all of that. If you are not rested, and then you will have some serious issues, and that's not my opinion, and one can research that. And so we would advise people on regularity of the sleep, the same time, and getting up at the same time, how our circadian rhythm works. And of course, good nutrition is a very broad subject, because some people, they come in and they tell me that they eat very good. They only eat at McDonald's once a day. So everybody has a different concept of what is good nutrition.
That's so true. Zoli, thank you so much for all the good work you do here, and I can't wait to come back and spend another day here at the BioSpa.
We're looking forward to it, Carly.